Hello, and welcome to the ENG YNPL review show, where we're going to talk about last week's and this week's. Now, last week's was quite mad with the games that are going on, and that means we have Haydon here to give us his analysis. And that's really the main thing I would say about today's show, because it all happened this weekend, didn't it, Richard?
Well, we had a great, the under-13 Southern Conference kind of has set itself up for one of the most dramatic endings to a season we've ever had. I'm getting bored of saying that, but it seems...
celebrate when you can. That's what I say.
Well, it seems like every league has a really special ending to it. But for us as spectators anyway, not so much the players who are going to be stressed out their heads.
Yeah, but I think they love it as well, mate, to be fair. Come on.
Oh, yeah, they do and they don't. I think when you're on the other side of a victory and you've gone through the stress, it's all worthwhile. When you lose, it doesn't really seem worth it half the time. But so we're going to talk about that and the craziness of what could potentially pan out, especially on round 4. I'm missing round 4 of the under-13 Southern Conference. Gutted is an understatement. So the under-12s Netball Cup better deliver that day, because I know I'm missing out on some super content, mate. In regards to Haydon, he's actually coming in to talk about the Netball Cup. So if you're wondering why is he talking about the Netball Cup, it's not the Youth Netball Premier League. We had Youth Netball Premier League teams competing in the Cup, the under-12s one, and the Cup.
Turning of events.
There was, and the Cup competition offers us a small little insight into how the kind of Youth Netball Premier League is going to pan out in the coming months in regards to who's going to win the league, who's going to do well at nationals. So we get a snippet of how all these teams play against each other, especially when they come together for the nationals. So we're going to get a small little insight into how it's all going to pan out. If it's anything like the Netball Cup from last season, the under-12s one in particular, it actually panned out the way the national finals ended.
Good point.
So the under-12s, you had Kingsway Power win. So the Netball Cup had Kingsway Power win, Leeds come second, Oldham come third. And in the Youth Netball Premier League national finals, Kingsway Power won, Leeds come second, and Oldham come third. So,
the stats.
Well, the 10-minute game or 32-minute game, it seems like the Netball Cup is still a great insight into how the narrative is going to play out. But we did have a few upsets. Well, we had our first major upset in the Netball Cup with a Youth Netball Premier League team being taken out of the competition by a team that's failed to even reach the Youth Netball Premier League.
They didn't even make it through the qualifiers. That's the thing. Amazing.
So it's kind of like you've got that FA Cup type of narrative playing out, where you've got teams who are trying to get in the Premiership, but still have a lot of talent in their team, but are just kind of either had a bad day at the office at the qualifiers, or just not there yet in terms of their technical ability. But in these 10-minute games, they get a punt. It is generally a shot at taking down the giants of the netball world. And Magic, to be fair to them, they failed to qualify for Youth Netball Premier League. They took on a Turnford team who are improving rapidly. If you looked at their performances from the previous round, the under-12s round just gone, there's no way in hell you'd have thought Magic could win that game. They were so dominant, so good.
Yes.
And again, this is why we love sport. It's the unpredictability of it. And not to blow my own trumpet, I do think the ENG environment leans more towards that kind of unpredictable outcome because of the pressure, because of how it's constructed and how it's put on and stuff. So you've not only have you got to manage the game, you've got to manage the environment, which is key to being a good athlete. But let's try and
say the live streaming puts the pressure on too, my friend.
Well, that's part of the environment, Mike.
Oh, all right. Yeah, good point.
There you go. Don't worry, mate. You're part of the environment. Don't worry.
I'm just part of the environment. It sounds so like, I feel like I'm not really wanted, mate.
So let's go through the scores from round 3 of the under-13 Southern Conference. Then we're going to get stuck into how we. I've had a think about it, and I'm going to kind of take I'm going to have a go at predicting how this all going to pan out based on what I've seen. So the scores from Saturday's games, we had a split venue, which I wasn't happy about.
I tell you what, 2 setups in a day or in a few hours of each other.
Well, I was working for weeks and weeks to try and make sure I have one venue, but it just wasn't possible. So we did a split venue, told the clubs and said, look, we're at split. It's not a big deal. It wasn't a million miles away, the other venue.
Yeah, what else happened?
But we went there and the fob didn't allow anyone to enter the room. So we couldn't get into
I meant to do today. I meant to cut all the lights and just have this. Hang on, I've just got to use my fob.
Yeah. So we couldn't enter the sports hall. But luckily the fire exit doesn't work properly. It doesn't close properly. So we wedged that open and got into the sports hall. The sports hall had minimal,
telling all the would-be thieves out there how to access the building. Right, okay.
We had minimal lights because the fobs turned the lights on. So we had to open up the fire exits. We had to get even office lamps for crying out loud to try and light the room up as best we can. It was playable. It was just about playable. But thankfully, we had a split venue, because if it had gone further into the day and the sun started to go down around about 4 or 5 o'clock, the games would have been 100% unplayable. Yeah. So thank God we had a split venue, and I thank God for having a plan. He had a plan. He knew what was going to happen that day. So I just didn't know about it. That's all. Just in future, tell me. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me some advance warning, please.
Yeah. But the kids, to be fair, I said to the coaches and stuff, look, we've got a problem here. The lights are not great, but we can go outside. And the coach like, nah, we're all right. We're playing dark instead.
It wasn't that bad, mate. To be fair, it was.
No, it wasn't disastrous. It was playable, not ideal, but playable. But we, thank God, we had the split venue in the end, which worked out well in the end. So Sutton Town Stars. You couldn't really blame the lights for this one, because Sutton Town scored 41 points.
Mate, they were on fire. That, honestly, they lit the room up anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was. Woo.
They played like a team who are full of confidence, who are backing themselves. And I was speaking to Hayley, their coach, and she's getting a bit anxious about all of a sudden. Go back a couple of years. To be fair to them, not many people would say, we're coming to take down Sutton Town. There's always other clubs. And now it generally is. We had about 3 interviews where 3 teams went, we're coming after Sutton Town. We're coming after Sutton Town. We're coming after Sutton Town. And Hayley's like, whoa, I'm not used to this. Calm down, everyone.
What happens when you sit up to the top? Everybody's after your position.
Yeah. But Sutton Town, again, I don't believe Stars are 41-10, a 41-10 team. I just think they just need to kind of go back to the drawing board when it comes to playing Sutton Town, work it out, and then kind of have a better plan in place.
Sorry, go on.
I'm just saying, just have a better plan. I think what's lacking is a plan, and hopefully they can come up with a better one if they were to meet them again.
A conversation I had with Hayley last year, she tells me to stop talking about this. Right, I'm going to say it again. Is she didn't really know about the live stream, its benefits. She had a chat with me. We have to bring her in one day and just say, right, tell us what you get from it. She doesn't want to give away the secrets though, but I know she goes through the video work. She goes and then she checks tells her players to do the same. So this is a great indication into why having high-end sport, any sport, live stream, for instance, or at least videotaped, is that thing. Or videotape, because I'm old. Is that thing, isn't it, that you can check? And I know she's told me many times about how they check the players, how they're playing. She even checks on herself. Get this. Remember this conversation? She said to me, I realised I didn't react to this, and this happening after I watched the live stream.
Yeah.
And I was like, so she's not just using it against the player, she's using it against herself to improve the team. And look where she is now. Look where the team is now.
Well, I know for a fact the top clubs all the teams that are very successful, not one of them wouldn't not watch the live stream. So it goes hand in hand. Preparation is key. Knowledge is power. And the more knowledge and the more insight you get, it's not guaranteed, but it does give you more of a chance. Again, I've talked about this about 1 trillion times, but I can't stand it when people say we're just going to do our thing. I would love that to be the case in business. I'd love that to be the case in relationships. I'd love that to be the case in most things. But unfortunately, you have to adapt and you have to kind of mold yourself to each different environment you go into. And yeah, having that kind of chameleon type attitude is not a bad thing. It's something I'm learning slowly but surely the older I get. Next up, Ryland AP Saints 30-12 to Ryland. Good victory this was. I think AP Saints started well, but Ryland just a little bit more just professional, I would say. Like they kind of once the game settled down, they just used their ring craft to get the win. Team Bridge Sutton Town, I wasn't there, so I had to leave. So good solid win. I think good account of themselves, Team Bridge, considering Sutton Town won 41-10 against Stars, and then won. Yeah, I think, and they had a few players missing because of them being at a school event. So well done, Team Bridge. That's not a bad result considering Sutton Town done so well against Stars. So well done. Stars Ryland, what a game this was, by the way. Every time Stars looked like to be running away with the game, Ryland would come back, and that pattern of play went on throughout the whole game to a point. That pattern of play kind of reared its ugly head at the back end of the fourth quarter. You know, for everyone in attendance watching, absolutely brilliant. My daughter's got a really bad habit of when the game gets really tense, she starts drawing on her face. So you'd see, well, she would put her hands in her head, and then the pen would move across her cheek, and it moves across here. So if you see Sienna on the score table, you know if the games have been tense or not, because it's just pen all over her face, right? But she absolutely loves it. Oh, she absolutely loves it. She can't wait. Like, she's 14, but she said, I'm a spectator just as much as I'm a score taker. She's absolutely loving the entertainment side of it. But Ryland had gotten 1 point behind. It was their centre pass. I think just calming down and just relaxing. They had so much time that the time's on the screen on the table now, so there's no excuse not to know what the time is. So they had about 20 seconds or 25 seconds to score a goal. But it's easy for me to say, I'm not in that situation, but learning how to just calm down a little bit was probably key in that one, because it was rushed. The process was rushed, meaning passes were rushed. Stars intercepted the kind of the draw, the goal that was going to take the game to a draw, and then they went up the other end and scored and killed the game with like a few seconds left. So great game, great entertainment, and Stars needed that big time. And I'm going to talk about why they needed that, because if they didn't get the win there, they would have, in my eyes, they're guaranteed to be not going to the grand finals. AP Saints Turnford, I've put the score around the wrong way. It was Turnford 37, AP Saints 15. AP Saints doing okay. I don't think they're not. They don't look out their depth. It's just they're playing against really good quality teams, and at the moment, just not up to that standard yet. So, but they're getting better. They're not getting walked over. They're doing okay. So AP Saints remained, I think, no points on the board. So they're struggling a little bit, looking like relegation is on for them. They got some important games in round 4, which we'll talk about very quickly as well in a minute. Team Bridge Shan, very convincing win. Shan needed back-to-back wins here. 36-8. Team Bridge, because of that, dropped into, not at this point, but in a bit after the Aces win later on, they dropped into the relegation zone. Aces against Magic. I think Aces have improved a lot, and Magic, this is one of those games, Martin, where we talked about last week, the score being very deceptive in terms of how the match. So up until the fourth quarter, Aces were 2 points behind. So just goes to show you how close the game was. Magic got a good win there, and a very important win. And again, we'll talk about why that was. Turnford, Little Sutton, well done Turnford, 29-13. They now drawn on points of Sutton Town at the top of the table. Shan versus Magic, big game of the day, to be fair. This is probably it probably was the biggest, because this is a big top four battle here. 32-17. Shan looking good. They've got big games coming up in round 4, and they're shifting through the gears nicely, Martin. Yeah. Gutted. They've got Sutton Town next. They've got Sutton Town and Stars in one day. Then Aces got their first win of the season against Little Sutton, 28-15. Superb performance from Aces, which took them. Well, it took them out the bottom 2 into 7th. And again, when we look at their fixtures, I've got a funny feeling they're going to really solidify their place in this league after round 4. So what do you want to do first, league table or the fixtures coming up, Mike?
League table. Here we
go. Okay, so if we look at the table, Sutton Town, Turnford, right, sorted. They're in the grand finals, not confirmed officially.
Yeah, but
hold on. Have I not added? I haven't added the games they've played on that, but work with me, people. Work with me. So they've all played 6 games. I don't understand why it's done that. Yeah.
You can't put 6 in the PL column?
Yeah, I'm going to put 6. Yeah, so work with me, people. They all have played 6 games. Sutton Town turned for 12 points. They've qualified for the grand finals. They're going to be 1 and 2. We've just got to get to the. We're going to round 4 and 5 will determine, obviously, in which position they come. Then you've got Ryland, Shan, and Stars all on 8 points. Now, what's huge? What gives these clubs an extra little point is the goal difference.
Yes.
Now, Stars have the most hideous goal difference out of a lot of them. They're not coming back in terms of goal difference.
Right.
So again, it's going to be difficult for unless they get a win in round 4. Personally, they're done. Right, and I'm going to explain why, and that's why it's so important Stars get a win in round 4. Magic, they've got 3 games coming up, which are all winnable for them. They could end up on 12, but again, their goal difference isn't great. But I think 12 points will get you into 4th place. If it doesn't, then you are so unlucky. Then Aces, Little Sutton, Teambridge, and AP Saints make up the rest of the places. So nothing. I think Magic 100% will be in the championship finals, but I think, but who will join them out of Ryland, Shan, and Stars? Aces, Little Sutton, Teambridge, and AP Saints are all trying to get into the championship finals and to secure their place in the league. So when we go down to the fixtures now, I don't know if you want to do the joint screen here, Martin.
Oh, let me try it. All right, I need to duplicate that. That was good fun actually last time we did this, wasn't it? But I just had fun with it too much. Right. Go on, please work. Oh, yeah, the man's on fire. There we go. Scrap that.
So if we go down to round 4, round 4, March the 2nd.
Ooh.
So we've got AP Saints versus Aces. So AP Saints will be looking at that fixture thinking, right, this is our first win. Aces will be looking at that fixture going, brilliant. We're getting these type of teams at the right time of the season. So both these teams are going to believe that they're good enough to win this game. If Aces win it, they're done. Right? They're in the championship finals. They've qualified and they're in the league next season, and that's a great thing because their spectators are brilliant. Magic, Teambridge. So Magic will be thinking, right, we're not out the top 4. We've got Teambridge second from bottom, but if Teambridge bring a full strength team, it ain't going to be as easy as we're playing ninth in the table and it's going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be a tough game, but Magic will be confident they can get the win there. Then you got AP Saints, Little Sutton. Again, a battle of teams fighting relegation. So AP Saints will be thinking, we can win both of these games on March the 2nd. There's no reason why we can't win them both. Teambridge will play Aces.
I'm looking at them going, whoa!
So Teambridge, if you're desperate to stay in this league, spectators start rallying, start coming down because they're going to need you in these particular rounds. Then Magic will
play Little Sutton.
Then Magic Little Sutton. So Magic, if they can get 2 wins here, they could find themselves in the top 4 at the end.
Yeah, those first 5 games, mate, is the relegation battle. Literally, that is.
It is.
And it's so hard after Aces win to kind of like put things in the bag because we saw a total change in round 3.
I'm going to say,
ooh,
I think Aces will win both those games.
All right.
I think Aces will be on 6 points by the end of round 4. I think Magic will win both their games. They're going to be on 10 points. So I reckon Magic will be, when I do the other predictions, I reckon they'll be in 4th when the end of round 4. And I think Little Sutton will get a win against AP Saints. And I personally, so I think what we might see after round 4 is Teambridge and AP Saints officially potentially relegated.
But hang on.
Because if Little Sutton win, they have 4 points with 1 game to go.
Yeah, okay.
And I think the goal difference will be not great either. So that's how I see it. Again, like I don't mind being proved wrong. But once you get over the relegation morning,
right,
and Magic's like mini surge to the top 4, then you have the most epic 5 fixtures, and I'm going to be crying my eyes out leaving this venue. Like, I wish there was someone who could run the event for me at the under-12s one. So you have Turnford versus Stars.
It's going to be a mad game, mate. Mad game.
So you got 2nd versus 5th. Stars needs. They've got. I don't know which game's going to. I don't know which one is going to be easier, because if we remember, if Turnford played Shan, that game was a couple of points in it.
Yeah.
So Stars have Turnford. Sutton Town have Ryland. So you got a Midlands derby there. Shan will play Stars.
That's going to be a great game.
For me, this is the game. This one here. This is the game. This is going to decide everything. Stars need to win against Turnford or Shan. I would say, based on form, Stars have probably got more chance against Shan. But Shan, don't forget, they're the 4th best team from last season in the whole country.
Right.
And they're starting to reach a good level at the right time. So, because of the goal difference Stars have got, I don't think they can afford to lose these games. Even in theory, they can, because they got 8 points and still can win the last game of the season and get 10. But I think the goal difference isn't going to be in their favour. Then you've got Turnford, Ryland. So Ryland have Sutton Town and Turnford. Then you've got Shan versus Sutton Town. So I see it. My prediction is Sutton Town and Turnford will win both their games. So they're going to end round 4 with 16 points each.
Yeah.
I then think Shan will defeat Stars.
Okay.
And end the round with 10 points in 3rd.
Right, okay.
I also think Magic will get 2 wins, and they will have 10 points on the table in 4th. So they're going to be in 4th.
Right, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So then you go down to the last game of the season where Magic play Stars. So Stars will have to beat Magic but would have to beat them by a considerable amount of goals to qualify for the grand finals. But if Stars beat Magic and Ryland beat Aces, Ryland will jump into fourth because they got a better goal difference than Magic.
Wow, yeah. And they're playing Aces, so Ryland is going to get a few goals there unless Aces keep their winning ways going and they ace that. Bing.
Yes, it's going to be a tricky game. After what I saw the weekend, I'm thinking, well, if that kind of does pan out the way I've just said, that's not going to be an easy game for Ryland. So potentially we could go into the final round with four teams, all looking for one spot.
Yes, well, definitely.
But if Shan managed to win at least one game, for me, they're done because they have in the last game of the season, they have AP Saints. So I think they'll win that game.
Yeah.
So I think they end up the season on 12 points. And then you have Magic, Ryland, and Stars all going for fourth place. So we could be sitting there on April the 27th with Ryland wins, so they will jump into fourth. And then it'll be Stars versus Magic.
Yeah.
So we will know how much goals Stars will have to score. And we also know that Magic have to win. So it's going to be crazy, mate. And
I'm gobsmacked about the way this league has turned out this season. It is literally, tenterhooks the whole way through. And this is like the way this is developed. And like the last games of the season, I tell you what, I feel sorry for the parents. I really do. The parents of these girls, the night before, it's going to be like eggshells in a house. Yeah.
Well, if Teambridge, and it could come down to a Teambridge Little Sutton, the first game at 2:00, playing each other to see who gets relegated.
Yeah.
And then you got Aces Ryland. I think Aces will be safe by then. If AP Saints do get a win against Aces, then they'll be playing Shan potentially to save themselves in the league. There's a lot going on, but then look, there's no reason why Shan can't beat Sutton Town. There's no reason why Stars can't beat Turnford. Imagine if both those teams win, and not only they both win basically, and they go right. We're both qualified for the national finals now. Happy day. So everything I've said could mean absolutely nothing. But
well, we'll see after round 4. But the potential of, like I say, this can also get to a player, can't it? It's quite simple. You know about pressure. There is a lot riding on round 4. Forget about round 5 and round 4. Round 4 is like, well, AP Saints, they could literally go back, check their gameplay and go, right, we need to score these points and come out fighting, like seriously sorting, like, working out, especially if they get Haydon involved, it's going to be like, they'll know the holes in the other team's like defense and attack. And mate, I just look at all those games on March the 2nd and I'm thinking, I'm like, my mum always told me, never to wish time away. Yeah, but you're looking at that going, oh, fast forward to March 2nd. That's going to be a blinder, mate.
Who do you think is going to win out of Sutton Town? If it gets there, again, these are just my predictions, and I can only say what I see. But if it does get to the final round of the season, who would you put your money on, Martin?
Sutton Town.
Turnford or Sutton Town?
Sutton Town all day long, man.
And why is that?
Mainly because the team rate is working really well. They just flow. They literally just seem unstoppable.
Yeah.
I also know the amount of work that coach does in reviewing the games, making sure that they've got everything tied up. And Forearmed is forewarned is forearmed. Yeah, and they have that. They
Right,
literally do.
refresh that page for me quickly.
Which page?
Just the league page.
Oh, just the league page, right?
That should be corrected now. No, I agree with what you say in terms of Sutton Town. They've got.
Where did that come from?
I've just done it now, but I agree with what you say. They've got a fluency to their play. They've got that bond, but do you know what? I'm going to say, based on again, when you get into these situations, experience kicks in a lot. I think Sutton Town last season were the champions. Yeah, they were the champions. So I think experience is key. The funny thing is, the Turnford girls did an interview, and great to interview as well, very insightful.
Yeah.
And one of the girls, the defender for Turnford, I think her name's Catrill. Her dad used to be a professional footballer, and she does interviews like her dad potentially would have done when he was getting interviewed after games. Like, she's very insightful when she does interviews, and she just said, "Look, we just have to find." We have to identify, their best players, and we got to stop them. And the funny thing is, the three Turnford girls in the interview were the three girls actually I think Sutton Town need to stop. You've got a midfield player who basically sets the tone for the game. You've got a shooter who's just great movement inside the circle, can pop off shots from anywhere, and then you've got a defender who just reads the game superbly, blocks shots, can distribute the ball very well. And I thought, that's ironic you say we got to identify their key players, because if I was Sutton Town, you three are the ones I definitely would be identifying.
Thanks for putting them on screen for us. Right, girls. These are...
But no, it's good. Like, really, really good. I would say Sutton Town's small favourites in that one. But again, I will sell popcorn on that day. I'm going to bring bags of popcorn down and sell it, because if it does get to that point, well, put it this way: if Sutton Town slip up, I think Shan are not to be underestimated.
Definitely not.
I think Shan have. I think out of those fixtures, to kind of ruin the party at the end, I think Shan could do it, but they won't do it in a weird sort of way, because Sutton Town's goal difference is far superior than Turnford's. So even if Sutton Town do lose, they still have that extra little kicker, which is the goal difference. Yeah. So if they beat Turnford on the final day, they would still win the league. Whereas if Turnford slip up and Sutton Town win, then you can more or less say it's over, because Turnford won't beat Sutton Town by 30 goals. Yeah. So for the sake of Martin's stream, and my ticket sales, don't think about it. So no, it's looking good. Some great support again at the weekend. So thank you everyone for bringing that energy to the league, and looking forward to seeing how it all pans out. But let's crack on now with this. We've got Haydon coming in. He's going to talk about the Netball Cup. He's going to look at the future of the Youth Netball Premier League by identifying some cool match play between the under-10s teams in our Netball Cup. One of the teams is Paul. He's going to talk about, and you could see the signature of Hayley Payman, who had the very successful Paul Diamonds integrated into this under-10s team. It's like looking at a bunch of clones. And they've got players who look like I actually put a thing up online saying that in Dorset, have they cloned these kids? Like, they got some little lab somewhere where they're re-cloning. What's that?
Haydon in. Here he is. It is Haydon. There you go, buddy.
And then, so Haydon's identifying the future of the Youth Netball Premier League. And then he's also going to look at the Youth Netball Premier League teams, what they did well, what they didn't do so well. And also identifying players who are not playing in our league who did very well as well.
Yeah. Well, I started getting all the DMs on Monday. I've got a new AP Saints powerhouse team, and then big games in the under-12s that went to sort of overtime.
Haydon, just to cut you up, the Hearts Hornets girl is Eloise.
Eloise, okay, right, let me just write that down. Okay.
So
But
yeah, after the event, Haydon got a lot of phone calls saying, "Please, mate, can you show the world how great we are?" So Haydon,
exactly.
the floor is yours, mate.
All right. So
let's bring your screen up.
if you can share my screen, and
Yeah,
then
it's shared. It's shared.
then we will start with the under 10. So yeah, a new AP Saints powerhouse team, I'm told. I said gold medal winning. The last time AP Saints were winning gold medals at ENG, I think Hallie Brown was playing for them. So it's been a little while. So yeah, we shall see. So okay, so AP Saints under 10s. A set of twins in the team, one at centre and one at goal attack. Right, let me just get these names here. Okay, so yeah, Elodie at goal attack and Etty at centre. So right, we're going to just show you some of their structure off the centre pass here and show some nice sequencing. So we've got the AP Saints here ready to take a centre pass. So if we just focus, right, I've made my mouse pointer nice and big. So if we just focus on the goal attack here, Elodie.
Right.
Right, so great structure. Now, normally under 10s, or you'll see maybe like both the goal attack and the wing attack go over the centre line, but you can see these AP Saints have been drilled nicely on their centre pass structure. So wing attack goes to get the centre pass. Goal attack gives the impression she's going over the line, but actually just gets that quick step here to get a beat on the goal defence. So nice first face taken, bang into the goal attack.
Was that a set play there then?
Yeah.
And again, you kind of forgot there were 10, didn't you, Martin?
Oh, mate. It was the same for the last one as well. They're not used to
and then a quick mention of the dark arts here. It's nice to see them learning the dark arts at 9-10 years old. So we get the obstruction. We get the obstruction call here, right? So the umpire sort of marking where the obstruction call is. Yeah, so you can see where the goalkeeper's feet are. Right, then look at that step. You see how long that step was?
Actually.
Look at this.
Look at that. Her legs through, mate.
No, that's not where the umpire marked it. Look at that step. So like I said, dark arts, try and shorten the distance as much as possible, especially when you're 10 years old. You know, the closer you can get to the post, the better. And if the umpire's unhappy, make the umpires move you back. Yeah. So dark arts.
Ooh.
See the umpire there, the umpire's not happy. Umpire's like, no, that step was a bit long. Take a step back. No, still not taking a step back. Take a step back. And that's the shooter there, Grace. Right. Take it from there.
Bang.
Anyway.
I tell you what, this weekend, Haydon, some of the shots that I saw, especially with Hearts Hornets, just honestly, boom. That's what I'm going to say. Just unreal.
So again, remember, right, when we go to the next one, so just remember this first phase. So this is a set play. We know it's a set play because this goal attack here did not offer. She kind of pretended to go over the line, but she was straight going to the pocket. So, okay. Right. So the goal defense is right. Okay. That ain't going to happen. So we'll go to the next one now. Okay. So AP centre pass. Goal defense is like, right. So you see them here at the top. Right. I know where you're going. Wing attack, goal defense is ready. Yeah, right. I've seen this before. No, drop step, boom, reverse pocket.
That's brilliant.
Shooter,
and
then a missed shot. But they eventually she gets the ball back and just finishes it off. So that's really nice sequencing. So she first one she went straight to the pocket. Then when the goal defense thought she was going to zig, she zagged and went the other way. And then okay, next one here. So beautiful interception here. So that's the twin sister, Etty playing centre, getting involved. And then nice here. So Patience has a little look. Good defending here by Hatfield. You see goalkeeper, ball side, wing defence, ball side, centre, ball side, nowhere for the ball to go. So 1, 2, and 3 options aren't open. Richard, who's open?
Oh, mate, my eyes are very bad. Go shooter?
No, goal shooting's not open. All of these options, here, and here. Who's open for AP Saints? There's only one place that ball can go.
So the go attack?
No, it's got to be reset up here on the transverse line.
Oh, so how much we know about netball, mate.
Oh, right. I didn't know.
Give them some time to get open into the shooter. Do I stop? No, keep going. Get it back. So yeah, that was very impressive.
You know
from
what's so
goal
bad
attack.
about this? I was the one on the camera work here. I should have known.
Right, and then the last one here. Again, Elodie takes the ball, feeds. Again, dark arts again here. Anytime there's a 50-50 ball, so you see both girls have got the balls on the hand, you rip that ball. You rip that ball and you keep that ball in your hands, and then you let the umpires decide who's going to get it or not. But if the ball is in your hands when the struggle's over, you've got a better chance of getting the call.
Just call it the next sale, mate. That's the best way to
no, rips the ball out. Can I get to the shooter? No. Why not just put it in?
What a shot. What a shot.
So nice shot there.
Is that a common shooting technique for kids this age from the chest? Like a push?
Well, right, it depends. See, obviously you're taught to shoot with one hand and use the other hand to support, but 9 and 10-year-old girls, and like you'll get more muscle, you'll get more power by using two hands. I think Hayley spoke about that when she was on the show earlier this year. So like a 10-year-old's body is different from an adult female girl's body. So there she's actually using kind of both hands to propel. Yeah, she's using both hands to propel the ball upward.
And her legs.
And especially from that distance, it's not like she's right under the post, right? So an adult female can get enough power. Yeah, and her legs as well, yeah.
Yeah,
so
she's using like literally every single bodily part to get height.
Yeah, and she's jumping as well.
Yeah.
She jumped. Yeah, which you wouldn't want.
This is what I saw this weekend. It was really weird. I mean, in, you know, just the ball's going in that net. I'm like, whoa! Because again, like you said earlier, Richard, you've got there under 10, didn't you, mate? I'm like, honestly, I did. I honestly did. I was like, wow, man. The coach was looking at me like I was some kind of cheerleader, by the way, because I'm like, whoa!
Okay, so that was our first semi-final. AP Saints beat Hatfield 7-2. Star player Elodie, the goal attack, backed up by her sister Etty, playing her twin sister Etty at centre, and then we've got some more sort of AP Saints to come in the final. So second semi-final, Poole against Stamford, another good game. Okay, so you were talking
about Mike here to Rich. Quite simple. What a place to have. Look at that. Under 10 girls playing on a surface like that. Oh, just amazing. Well done to Essex. Well, brilliant university, brilliant people who work there. Go on. Sorry, mate, carry on.
So, usual stuff we see. Like you said, it looks like Poole under 16s. This could be Gracie Gerrish throwing the centre pass.
Yeah.
Right, so Poole, structure off the centre pass.
I remember all that. I was blown away by that.
Excuse me.
So there was points in the competition I didn't think anyone would get near Poole. So well done to AP Saints in the final.
And Stamford as well. They
did very well. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice from them. Very nice off the centre pass. Second phase, and nice taken by the centre straight into the shooter. Like very, very impressive. Poole again, trademark overhead passes.
Yeah. See, look how the length of the pass.
Yeah. Straight in, and then this one. So this is the Poole wing attack, and her name's Sienna. So like there's a couple of clips from her. There's one here, and there's another one we'll show a bit later from the final. But like it's just this clip here, this centre pass receive. Like it's contested, but the way she catches that ball and pivots in the air and lands. So when you're saying this is like the next Sasha Dale, that's very hard. That's Richard. That'd be hard for you to do with no defender on you. You can try it maybe next time. Next time you're there. So you've got to catch it. But you see, remember when she's catching it, she's facing one way, right? So if you can catch and pivot in the air, that means that the pass afterwards, you'll be able to release it quicker. So this is fantastic. The way she's just able to drive here, jump really high.
That is cool. Look at that.
Yeah. And so by the time she's landed, she can already see the whole court ahead of her. Yeah, nice pass here. right? A little bit of a drop, but yeah. So that was excellent the way she took that first phase. What have we got here? Can I show the clip of your of holding the ball for 5 seconds and still going on, or we'll leave that for the umpires group?
Well, we were actually talking about an actual show where Haydon versus an umpire. So we won't go into any. We won't delve into any umpire mistakes. But what we will do one day is you have to identify 5 mistakes, and then the umpire comes on and challenges you on those mistakes. I think that show will get views.
Let me just say this one quickly. And we'll see if the umpires are going to come on and challenge this. Okay.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just move on to the next one.
Okay. Next one. Right.
Save that for your vault, Haydon. Save that for your vault, mate.
Okay. I'll just keep that one.
Save it for the show we're going to do.
That's going to be
so this
show,
one,
mate.
excellent from here. So Paul coming through, get the interception. Right. The pass goes a little bit awry. But as I said, it's nice seeing all the passing, the overhead passes, you know, when everything goes to plan, A, B, C, D. But sometimes things don't go to plan. So you need to have a plan B. So this is excellent work by the goal attack, keeping the ball in, keep it in the corner. And then a big tip interception again by the goal attack, gets it to the shooter. So yeah, sometimes netball looks very pretty and beautiful, but sometimes you have to create something out of nothing. So that was great work there by the Pool girls.
Let's have those comments, people, and tell us what you think as well. What you're seeing here that Haydon's talking.
Rutland. So this one again, nice play off the centre pass, but I think this was a bit symptomatic of this game. They get the shot here. I don't know how it doesn't go in.
Oh, need a magnet inside that one.
So yeah, it really was. It really can be a game of inches at times. That one, it was just, I don't know, like, hang on, I'll show it again.
That is unbelievable.
Look, it has to go in, right?
Yeah.
No, still, it has to go in, right? No, has to go in, right?
Think about it.
No.
Wow.
It's one of those hoops at the fairground, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right,
and then we'll go back to Paul. So this is the Paul signature passing. This kind of actually reminds me of the one against Oldham when they threw it the full court in like 2 passes or 3 passes.
Oh, where have we seen that move before? Hey. That's a long pass. Again, under 10s we're talking here.
Yeah.
Wow. Future is bright.
And one thing I'll say is, like, when you coach adult netball, and the thing is, right, a lot of coaches, they do the England netball level 1, the England netball level 2, but it's a netball course, right? It's not like a youth netball course, right? Like, the way you teach children is different to the way you teach adults, right? If you look at adult netball at the highest level, international level, it's more about getting in front, as an attacker, more about getting in front of your player, using front cuts, give and goes, getting ball side, and then the ball doesn't spend a lot of time in the air, because if the ball spends a lot of time in the air, there's more chance of it being intercepted. But the younger you get, and especially we're looking at under 10s here, what you notice is that the elite teams, your Oldhams, Kingsways, Pools, etc., they exploit the black backspace. And so they're actually, most of the passes they make are actually going behind the defender. Whereas if you watch a Super League game or international game, most of the passes are going in front of the defender. So if you look at this Pool transition where they're literally taking it the full length of the court, okay, this one goes to a bit to the side, right? Then you see, so if you look at this pass here, you see that the Stanford centre is right on the Pool centre. You can't even see her, yeah? But she kind of undercuts it, because if they've never played this level of opposition before, your sort of northern teams or your Pools, you're not going to be expecting this goalkeeper to be able to throw that ball a third, under 10s, a third of the length of the court. So she sort of thinks, oh, okay, she's not going to throw it that far. Whoosh, straight over the head.
Yeah, bypass.
Wow, yeah.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Special delivery.
So if you've never played, and that's the thing, like, it's good that you're having international competitions now under 10s. So it's good for these coaches and these young girls to experience the top quality opposition. So they know, like, when you come against the elite of the elite, 9, 10-year-old girls can, And that's a long pass, and that's bang on the money.
That's
as
what
well.
I'm saying. Yeah, that's long, man.
Next pass again. So the wing attack, she comes down the court. So that's Sienna, takes this one short. And then if you look at here now, so we see the Stamford centre here, and we see the Poole centre. So Stamford centre's here, Poole centre coming through the court. So she's actually behind her at the moment. Bye-bye. Again, that's another third of the court. So they've taken 2 passes as 9, 10-year-old girls. 2 passes, they've gone 2/3 of the court.
But actually, what I see there is I actually see that there's 3 Poole players in the same vicinity as the one Typhoon player.
So
you see,
ideally, from Poole's point of view, you wouldn't want all 3 of these players converging.
No, but you've got 3 opportunities that
No, you don't want 3 girls running into each other. You've got 3 opportunities for a car crash. However, the point is that actually, if you look at every Poole player, the centre, she's behind the Stamford centre. The Poole wing defence, she's behind the Poole wing attack. The Poole goal attack, she's behind the Stamford goal defence. So this is why netball, the younger you get, it's more about throwing the ball like over people's heads than getting in front of them. Okay, so so again, if you look where Poole centre receives it here, Stamford centre's here. Then the next one now, goal attack again. There's the goal attack. She's behind the goal defence. Then if you look at the last one, goal shooter, she's behind the goalkeeper. So it's like every pass, well, other than the one to the wing attack, like 70% or 80% of the passes Poole makes, they're targeting the area behind the defender, not in front of the defender.
So if you as a coach, would you basically say to your players, drop off?
Yes. And so what happens, especially, well, you would know, we talk, we sort of grew up playing football before we got into netball. We talk about ball watching, right? So if you go back to here, when the wing attack's got the ball, you see a lot of the Stamford defenders centre here, I think that's the wing attack here. They're all watching the ball and moving towards the ball. So you see like eyes on the ball, and their eyes are not really on the player. So what they're allowing them to do is they're allowing these Poole players to get behind them. So, but even you get like good 10, 11-year-old footballers, like to teach them to track their player and not watch the ball is difficult to teach, right?
Yeah.
So that's like when we're showing Oldham under 11s last week, like how good they were defensively, they stay very tight to their player. Okay. And then, so again, backspace. So they're just throwing it like over people's heads and behind them. And that's a nice baseline drive there to finish it. Right. And then here, we're just going to like contrast now Stamford's passing game versus Poole. So what you see here is you see the Poole goals. They hold the ball very high and they throw it far. But the Stamford goals are holding the ball more at chest height, which is typically what you see more in the South. I know they're in the East Midlands. So because the threat of the long pass isn't there, all the Poole goals do is converge in the space. So we go sideways. Again, little chest pass. And so if you look here, the screen's a bit blurred, but if you look here, we've just got like a mass of bodies in one area. And so there's no real space without the threat. If this was a Poole girl, she'd be looking to throw that ball, into the deepest player. But without that long threat, it's impossible. And Poole is geared up defensively to just attack all of these short passes. And then they get the tip here, overhead, 2, 3. Yeah. And so this is what frustrates me, right? Because we've seen from those earlier clips, like the Rutland Stamford team has talent, right? They're showing good stuff off the centre pass, but especially when you need to move the ball the full length of the court, like you need those overhead passes because look, short pass.
Yeah, but let's be fair, they don't really know of, what you've talked about prior. So this is, like you say, an eye-opener to them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, this is what the sign is.
Yeah. So the coaches can go to these events. So if you notice now, because they're without the threat of like a long straight pass or maybe a diagonal pass, what the Poole defenders do is they just mass. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Poole defenders just mass in the area in front of the passer. And where can she go with the ball? Now she finds the only option here, but it's kind of sideways and backwards, which is what defensively is what you want to do. And again, like you've basically got 10 I think you've got 14 players on the court, but there's literally 12 girls here, and I could throw a blanket over all of them. Like, where is this? They're like raisins. They're so packed together. So where is this ball supposed to go? Yeah. So now, desperation, tip. I think they get it back, but still, yeah, we haven't got, because these girls are maybe not in practice, like being trained, because it's not a case of just telling like 10-year-old girls to throw these long overhead passes. You've got to drill them on the technique, how to use the back muscles, how to use the calf muscles in order to sort of space the court. So because the space at right court's not spread, ball goes backwards. Look at the pool girls, they're swarming. And then we get a little tip there that goes off the Rutland player and Poole get the ball. So a close game. Well, Poole won 7-4, progressed to the final. But that just shows the difference in passing technique and why Poole Netball Club at this moment, at that age, is more successful than Stamford. But with a bit of tweaks and improving the passing game, there's no reason that Stamford can't get closer to these teams. So, yeah, 7-4, and we will head to the final. Okay, so defense now, AP Saints. We've got a goal defense, Temi here. We see her here just coming across court. Comes off her play. Excellent tip there. Goes off the Poole goal attack and wins possession for AP Saints. And I heard this was a bit of an upset. I heard that some people were expecting Poole to win and not AP Saints.
Well, to be honest, I expected, but based on what I saw throughout the event, I think structurally for me, Poole looked like the best team in terms of the game plan they had and the structures on the centre pass and stuff like that. But I think for me, when I was watching the final, what AP Saints did well is they cut the centre pass out.
Yeah.
There's numerous occasions where AP Saints broke down their centre pass, and I'm not sure where. There wasn't really a plan B from Poole, and I just think that's where the game was won for AP Saints. But you might have a different view on it, Haydon.
Same view, because like, we haven't specifically talked about this game, but actually, so I've just showed that tip here. But the next clips I'm going to show is exactly what you talked about.
Little question about time Richard doubted my team.
I did, yeah.
AP Saints defensively off the centre pass. So that's exactly the next clip I've got queued up. So we see.
There you go. I doubted you, but you proved me wrong. So well done.
Yep. So we see here the AP Saints girls. Look, we see them get off the line here very quickly. Goal defence, wing defence. And then obviously the centre pass has to be received like in the centre third. So there's not a lot of space there to receive that centre pass. So the Poole centre hesitates, has to give it.
Yeah,
and then
that's exactly what it happened. Yeah.
Yeah, by Temi. And then, yeah, just gives it, and they're off on the attack. And then here, off the centre pass again. So again, excellent work there by Temi, driving through.
Yeah, she was a difference. She was a fawn. Yeah. In Poole, I'll tell you that now.
All the way. Look, she takes that intercept over halfway. It's very rare you see that over halfway on the first phase. So yeah, fantastic interception there. Just gets AP Saints out on the attack. And
Temi is under 9, by the way.
Oh, she's only under 9. Okay, so yeah, even more impressive. And then here, so this is more AP Saints defense. So in the circle here, Temi pressure on here, and she's working well there with the goalkeeper Isabel. Can't get the ball to shoot, ball's forced back, gets a little tip. And then eventually the Poole goal shooter kind of slips because they're having to move so much to try and get the ball. So, yeah, excellent work.
Haydon, so in this game, because it wasn't as easy to get the ball over AP Saints, do you feel potentially then the Poole girls were struggling to think of ways to get in front to receive the ball because they couldn't get it in from behind?
Yeah, and AP Saints this AP Saints team is very good defensively. So while you're like all humans have this, we kind of like value like offense, like attacking stuff more than defensive stuff. So when you see Poole doing all the pretty passes and the overhead passes, and then you see an AP Saints team which is winning games, like we showed some nice stuff from the goal attack, but like defensively they're very strong. But we tend to like when we watch anything, right? We tend to prefer like a 4-3 football game than a 1-0 football game. Right, but certain teams, if you go like Mourinho's Chelsea teams or whatever, they won by, or Italian teams or whatever, by like playing by defending really well. So I think just when it came to the final, AP Saints defensively were very strong. So we showed it off the centre pass. We showed it here, their defence in the circle, stopping the Poole shooters getting the ball under the post. Poole had their moments. So So this is like, again, what we showed before. Poole, every pass is going into the backspace. So the goal defence, she's behind the goal attack. Yeah. So if you look at the two centres here, look at the AP Saints centre, look at the Poole centre behind her. Okay, this one. Yeah.
Good match.
Where's she taking the ball? Behind. This one, centre, behind. Yeah. Goal attack. And very good, talented, very tall, under 9, goal behind. And then the shooter just pops out. And then the goal defence gets behind the very tall, Poole goal attack gets behind the goal defence. So you see the way Poole play is very different, right, compared to how you would teach like good adult females to play. You're taught as an attacker to get ball side, to keep the ball on the ground, short, sharp and flat. If it's not in the air, the other team doesn't have a chance to intercept it. But the way Poole play is they attack the backspace. And then if you're a really good defensive team, which like Poole under 16s, when they come up against, then you're going to have like someone like a Gracie Garish. But because Sasha and Ella at wing attack, goal attack have pulled the defenders back so far, Sasha's one-on-one at centre, or Gracie Garish is one-on-one at a centre, and she's going to win that matchup one-on-one because she's going to have like so much space to work with. So yes, you can stop those long overhead passes, but you still need to be defensively able to stop their wing defence and their centre when you stop those passes. So yeah, that was excellent by Poole. Right, a couple more clips here from the AP Saints attack. So we've got some nice shooter. Again, nice structure off the centre pass here. So this time, goal attack takes first phase. And we've shown Elodie before, takes that one. And then, yeah. So what I like here is, again, I don't know, what position do you play at football when you were 10 years old, Richard? Were you a striker?
Right midfielder.
Okay. But normally at that age, like 10-year-old boys, girls, like when they get the ball and they're close to the goal or close to the net, they want to shoot. But what impressed me with AP Saints is like the shooter's willingness to pass the ball to each other, because like if you look where the goal shooter gets the ball here, like she should be very confident taking that shot. But the real good players, they'll give up a good shot to get a great shot for their teammate. So yeah, just
do you know, if you stop that clip there, I was talking about this to someone.
Me.
that exact clip there, I remember that girl who you think's going to take that shot.
Grace,
so if you
the goal shooter.
Get to the point, she presses. Yeah, this bit now. Stop.
Yep.
All the parents shouted, "Shoot!"
Yep.
And she would have heard it, but she had that strength of character to go, "No, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and what I'm gonna do is a better option than what you're telling me." And she pops it off. So well done to her, by the way, because I thought that poor thing's got sensory overload. She's in the final of a game and she's getting shouted at to shoot, but she, as a 10-year-old, went, "No, I've got a better option here." And I remember that. Well done. And I was actually talking to someone today about that as well. So well done to that young lady who had a strength.
It's funny, like I've been speaking to you about it, right? And like obviously I can't appreciate all the crowd noise and stuff from watching it back. And then what happens is when you have like shooters, like a goal attacker or goal shooter, that they're willing to give the ball to each other, willing to give it back to the wing attack or the centre if they can't get a good shot. Everyone keeps running, like everyone keeps working, because like this is probably a 75% shot for her, but then she's just giving it off to her goal attack. So a 75%'s become an 85%. So like these small differences can make the difference in winning and losing games, even at an international level. So it's very nice when you see sort of 9 and 10-year-old girls having that maturity, to look for their teammates in those situations. So yeah, we've got a couple more clips of that. Again, nice structure off the centre pass. There's Elodie at goal attack. Into the shooter. Where's my friend? Where's my teammate? Yeah, just pop it off to her. Yeah, just unfortunately missed that one. Here's another one here. So yeah, Elodie gets it, gives it to Grace. Driving.
He's open.
Nice landing. Am I going to shoot it? No, just pop it off. Yeah. And so that was right. And then another what I've got here. Oh, this was another one from Sienna the Pool wing attack. We talk about her catch and pivot off the centre pass. That's another fantastic one as well. Like it looks easy, but like the wing defense is really close to her. Like she's right on her, but she still manages to catch, turn in the air, and by the time she's landed, she's already looking down the court. And then just there's a contact call there on the AP Saints defender. So that's two excellent centre pass receives from her. Last one from the AP Saints attack into Elodie at goal attack. All right, into Grace. No, I'm going to find my mate. So this passing from Grace, and then the fact that Elodie keeps on working to get to the next shot.
I've got to say, Haydon, to the shoulder pass people, that they beat the overhead in that game. I thought the shoulder pass wins in that one. So
no, the shoulder pass didn't win. The defending one, the movement one, the unselfishness one, but like. This AP Saints team, when they get to your national finals and they go up against potentially the big girls from Oldham and whatnot, they've got to pass the ball better. That was they're looking at their team. I would say that's the one weakness. That's the one thing, Obviously, I haven't showed a lot of their turnovers and stuff here, but they need to improve their passing. But everything else
on the grand finals.
But the thing is, Richard, this is what I say about every good team in the South. Like I could be talking about AP Saints, I could be talking about Shan, and they look impressive against these other Southern teams. But when they come up against the big teams from the Northwest, it's the passing that makes the difference, especially at under 10s. Anyway, so
I've got to say, in our under 12s event, which I think you're going on to now,
we're going on to that next.
It was a lot more prevalent than I've ever seen it in my life. So hopefully you picked up on it.
So right, so AP Saints won 9-5 the final, and it's not. I wouldn't say the shoulder pass won over the overhead pass. I'd say defense won over attack. That's what I would say. Like you said, the work they put in off the centre pass, but those shoulder passes, I'm not really feeling them.
So did I get that right then? That the centre pass block was
excellent. Yeah. Remember we showed two interceptions there by Temi that came directly off a centre pass. Like in a 10-minute game, 2 plays like that can just swing the game. Because if you score and then score your get the interception, score your centre pass next time, that's a 2-point swing. So 2 of those is a 4-point swing. They won the game 9-5. That's the difference.
There you go.
Okay, so right, we're into our under 12s, first semi-final. And we have Hearts Hornets.
Interesting game. This was the underdogs against the Premier League team.
But are they underdogs though? Because they played really well. Did they try and qualify?
No, they qualified for top 4. They had a very up and down day, but in this game in particular, I think they showed themselves in particular that they can play exceptional netball.
I mean, for the Southern Premier League, did Hearts Hornets try to get into the league?
No.
Okay. Because if they did, there's a good chance they would have got in because they're excellent team.
Next year they'll be there, mate. I reckon.
Magic tried and Magic failed.
Okay.
And they got to the third.
Right. So we will begin with not much defending in this game. These, I would say, compared to the Northern Conference, where under 12s, where I'd say Rivington defensively strong, very strong defensively, Leeds strong defensively. I talked about them a couple of weeks ago. Oldham under 11 strong defensively. Even Chester, even the teams sort of in the lower half, all very strong defensively. The under 12 Southern Conference is more about flair and attack. And it's not to say they don't have good defenders. Actually, one of the reasons they're so good offensively is because the goal defense and the goalkeepers are really good at passing. So we'll start off with, right, have we got defensive highlight to begin? So that's an excellent tip there by the Stars goal defense. But when you have an attack that's so good, you probably only need to, in a 10-minute game, probably 2 or 3 or 2 interceptions can potentially win you the game. So, a rare defensive highlight, but I thought I would show it. Okay, but now we will get into some of this star stuff. So they've got a very tall, strong shooter here, and yeah, that the what are the names? Okay, so yeah, the goal attack, Lila Schlenzig, and the wing attack, we're just looking to get the ball into her very quickly. So this one just catches it, bang, yeah. So that's Lila there. So yeah, there's a few like that. So yeah, if you've got a tall holding shooter who sets a very strong hold, no need, like basically by holding the ball, the longer you hold the ball, it just gives time for the defense, the double team setup, etc. So as soon as they catch the ball, no hesitation, straight in. Excellent hold, excellent feed. We've got another one here. It's off the center pass. Catch, look, straight in. So yeah, that was another one, and one here. So, and this is the theme for Stars. Like, they know they've got a strong tall shooter, so they're just looking to get the ball into her very quickly. Just bang. Yeah, and unfortunately that one missed. But yeah, excellent work, excellent feeding by the midcourt players. You know, recognizing they've got a tall, dominant shooter that's setting a strong hold, and all of those feeds, the goalkeeper, goal defense had no shot at all at them. But Hearts Hornets also, because this was like,
I was going to say, you better be controlling the Hornets goals because they've done something amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, it was 8-7, right? So 15 points in 10 minutes, which is a lot. So, and I want to highlight in particular the wing attack. You said her name was Eloise. So yeah, she was absolutely smoking like during this game. So you see her here on the right-hand side of the screen, defenders on her, but yeah. She's just got excellent pace. Ooh. So takes the first phase here, and then the immediate feed into the center. But I said, the way Hearts.
Boom! That's what I'm saying. Boom! Oh, that's exactly what I did, right? And their coach looked at me like, "But so somebody's enjoying this game." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm streaming this. This is brilliant." Yeah. Rewind that. I want to see that again. That is
okay. Well, we've got 3 like it, but I'll show that again. But yeah, the way they use like all those overheads, like it looks like something you'd see from the Northwest. So yeah, Richard, when you're talking about more overheads than you ever seen before, like yeah, this is definitely a good example.
I think Stars were predominantly overhead as well.
Yeah, Stars are throwing more. Not everyone on Stars throws overheads, but they seem to be throwing more overheads than last season. And then Magic also, who we're going to show a bit of. A lot of overheads too, but the great thing here with the wing attack is just that she's not in front of the wing defense by a lot, but the pass is so accurate, right on the money. And then again, like we were showing with the Paul Sienna, the Paul under 10s wing attack, she turns, she pivots in the air while catching the ball. So as soon as she's landed, look, if you just go back a few frames, So this is like fabulous play from the wing attack. So yeah, we've had a lot of them, and then if you just look how quickly from catch, pivot, release,
and back release,
very hard to do it that quickly. It's very impressive. So excellent play there from Eloise, and then these look
at that
beautiful long shot.
Look at that. And I tell you, I'm thinking the ball's getting passed, and I see that go. I'm like, whoa, that's, and that wasn't just once they did that. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no, we've got a couple more. So again, if you look at the wing attack, you see her off on the furthest to the right, and she's in nice prelim. And the good thing is, both her and the goal attacks, normally you see them like right on the transverse line, on the red line I'm showing here. Yeah, but if you start on the transverse line, like you can't be accelerating before the whistle goes, right? So if you're a couple of like steps off, couple of feet back, you can actually like be moving before the whistle goes. So as the whistle goes, because you're already in motion, you're able to like punch across that transverse line and get the center pass with a lot more venom. And like she needs to do it as well because the wing defense for Stars is like on her. So you see her back here. So she's moving, and then just one drop step, bang, pivot in the air, quick release.
Look, ball over the head every time. Look.
Yeah, and then just gets that one. A little tip there, but Hornets get the call. and finish it off. And then this is the best one. So you see her here, like she's so dominant. Like if you look at how far the goal attack is, like the goal attack's like really deep. So it looks like the goal attack's not even going the ball. She's like, you're so good, I don't even really need to cross the line and get the centre pass. But like Stars are a little bit aware of it, so they try and get the centre. Okay, it's not this. Okay, it's not this one. The next one, but yeah. So the goal attack's like, I'm chilling. So this is a nice setup, nice structure on the centre pass. Wing attack. So if you notice, as soon as Eloise, the goal wing attack drives to the to their left hand side of the court, you see the goal attack swinging to the other side. So that's good. So it means that the centre's got two good options, one here and the goal attack coming across here. But no need for the goal attack. I'll take that. Thank you. Takes her time on that one. And then, and as I said, all of these overheads, the way they just catch the ball and immediately like go to hold it behind above their heads, that's what you'd see of Paul and the Northwest and finish that one off. And then, this was the best one. So the wing attack's just cooking them on every centre pass. So the wing defence is like, I need help. Tell the centre I need help. So, you see her there. She's imprinting. She's moving left. She's moving right. It's like Michael Jackson dance moves here. So right, left, right, boom, beats the wing defense, boom, beats the center. Unfortunately, the wing defense of our own team kind of comes up the court and like gets into her space. Yeah, and so she's not able to receive that one.
That's good movement there, wasn't there? Yeah. That's some good movement there.
Excellent movement. But that's what you want from a wing attack. Listen, if you have a wing attack, that even if she's double teamed, she can go over the line and get a center pass. One thing I would say to like the Hornets wing defense and goal defense, if your wing attack is that good and she's potentially going to need all of this space, like when you're coming up the court, don't go all the way up the court, like past, where am I showing? Like past where this green line is here, right? Because she needs that space. So you can present a reset option, but kind of do it a little bit behind or to the side of where the center is, but don't like run all the way past her because she's beat the wing defense and she's got that center absolutely beat there and she's going to take this ball, but because the wing defense is going down so fast, it kind of distracts the center a little bit and it gets a little bit congested. Fabulous play there from Eloise, the Hearts wing attack, like dominating on every center pass, and even when they put a center on her, she's still beating two defenders at once, so that was really good. Just a couple more clips from this game. Okay, great interception here from the Hornet center. Gets them out running. And, the last one. So, it was a close game. Stars won 8-7, but just a nice center pass here. And then you see Lila at a goal attack. Just drive out, take this one. Yeah. We're going to show some more of her as well from the final, but there's just this nice change of direction on the back cut here. So if you look at where the goal defense is, she looks like she's going to go around the top to the top of the circle, just gives her the step and then just cuts around the back, straight under the post and finishes. So a tight one, an attacking game, couple of defensive highlights, but 80% of the highlights are attacking, and Stars managed to navigate that one 8-7. Okay, so we will go to our second semi-final, which was okay. So we have Watson against Stars, and you said Stars didn't qualify for the. They're not in the league. They didn't qualify.
No, this is the final you've got.
Oh, the final.
I was going to say we've already done them.
Okay. Oh, let me go back. Sorry, Magic, Magic against Watson. Okay, so not too many highlights from this game. Watson did well. So this is some excellent transition defense here. So get the ball, call against the shooter, but excellent reactions here. So you've got Millie Smith there at goal attack. Sophia at wing attack, and then they rally, and so that's excellent. I'll just show that again. That's excellent work from the four of them. Then it's nice after you make a mistake and you win the ball back without your sort of wing defense and your goal defense even having to get involved. So they all work hard, shut off all the options here. Yeah, close, tight here, tight here, tight here. Right, ball's forced backwards. Centre's right on her. There's no place for this ball to go. Fantastic one-handed interception. And Watson win the ball back. But Magic had some good passing. So, yeah, this was excellent by them. And, yeah, when I get to this point, I said like the goal defense and the goalkeeper for Watson. I think it's Tammy, the goal defense for Watson, like really defend the circle well. So it's very difficult to get shots like directly underneath the post. So what Magic do well here is like it's very difficult for them to get the space like in the middle of the circle. So they go to the outside, top, and literally they have to go all the way around the edge of the circle to get a decent shot. So yeah, that was
that was welcome it, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, very patient. So yeah, a lot of teams will sort of panic and feel like, right, I'm just going to sort of throw it in under the post. But yeah, all of these passes is pocket, top, like goal attack has to come out because there's no space in the middle, and then a nice little drive there by the goal shooter. So yeah, that was excellent by Magic.
Yeah. Woodson done good there as well, didn't they, in the defensive play? So.
Yeah, because at the end of it, you're not going to stop every goal, but you're trying to make them make an extra 2 passes or an extra 3 passes to get a goal.
Hard, aren't you?
Yeah. Every extra pass you make them make, that's a chance that someone footworks, chance for an interception or whatever. So yeah, good defense, but better attack on that particular play.
Just to let you know, I've got a phone call to be made at 9:30. You're more than welcome to carry on without me, but I've got to make a phone call at 9:30.
Okay. We will finish off, right? Yeah.
And I would just like to point out, Richard likes to get in front of the camera quite a lot as well.
Okay, so Watson here, excellent in transition. And then, I just want to highlight again the goal defense, Tammy. We just showed her previously, sort of, doing a good job stopping Magic getting directly under the post and forcing them to make extra passes. But like in the transition game, like you can create your defensive stop, but it only counts. You got to take the ball to the other length of the court. We see Richard's mug there. Nice, Richard. You haven't got 2 Richards there. Back to back.
Yeah, side. One's bad enough, isn't it?
Yeah. With a smug face. Yeah. Right. Anyway. So yeah, Tammy, the goal defense, does really well linking the attack, linking the defense and the attack. So yeah, centre gets here, but you see her just come all the way across the court here, take this one.
Watson are overhead pass team primarily as well, aren't they?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty close to 100%. Yeah, well, I would say definitely in the 80s. And so they missed that one. This one, another transition. So, and it's good work. You see, it's good work from the Magic defense. They're making them work hard, but you see Tammy just with that outlet there at goal defense. And then, nice pass from Millie there. And when we show the final, we've got a few more passes from Millie coming up. So that's a little appetizer. And they finish that one off. And then just the final highlight from this game. Nice little, at the end, nice little work here from the goalkeeper. And they get a free pass. Nice tip and interception there by the Watson goalkeeper. And that was sort of the final big play of the game. And they won that semi-final 8-4. Okay, so now we will get to the final. And most enjoyable watching this. Overtime, golden goal, exhilarating. So again, Stars, we've got our Stars defensive highlight, the goal defense again. So just, beautiful tip there. And they get it, but so whenever they do make defensive highlights, like she always seems to move well. So that's a great, just getting her hands on that pass from Millie there and getting the call. And then next one, there was one after that. Sorry. So okay, so then Stars go on the attack now, but Watson responds, and beautiful interception there by the Watson centre. And then this is only, I think, a couple of minutes later, or no, 30 seconds later, in fact. So the centre for Watson. So she gets one interception and then tip and another interception. So yeah, for a centre to get 2 in 30 seconds, very impressive. So yeah, we've got some of these passes now in feeds from Millie Smith. So yeah, very impressive. Like, she is a shooter, but the quality of the feeds is what is worthy of like a top wing attack. So she just gets it, and very soft touch on the ball, always nicely into the back space, and yeah, doesn't hold the ball for a long time. So there's one. I think we've got another one here. She just gets it, just passes it off, and yeah, that's worthy of a replay. I said to just catch the ball and have the vision to just catch it, and she doesn't, and just pop it off like that. Just doesn't give the defense any time to set up. And so, like, you know, we talked about shooters to shooting passing previously with the AP Saints under 10s girls, but yeah, this from Watson under 12s was very impressive as well. Right, so then we have some stars. All right, on the attack. All right, so yeah, off the centre pass here. Excellent second phase taken right on the line, and yeah, beautiful change of direction there. Lila, we see her at a goal shooter that time. So through here. So yeah, centre gives it, and then yeah, the star centre gets great depth. And then what you see, like, you see her behind the goalkeeper here. So she just drives, pretends like she's going to come to the front or come to the top, and then just comes back. Goalkeeper makes a good attempt, fingertips, but ball just gets over her hand. Okay, again, more from the Stars on attack. Right, and this is a great one here. So normally you'd want your shooter to sort of stand to the post, but what Lila does, because she typically plays more goal attack than goal shooter, just pops out to the top here, and that just opens up the circle for her shooter to come in now. So the goal attack comes in, so she gets that one, gives it, and then just rotates out. Goal attack spins around, gets the ball. So yeah, that's great rotation there by the star shooters to get that one. Next one. So yeah,
right, guys, I'm going to go and make this phone call, but if you're still watching, enjoy.
Okay.
And I will catch up with it after my my phone call.
All right,
Okay,
catch you later. Have fun, enjoy.
So yeah, Stars centre pass, nice second phase taken in the pocket, and yeah, beautiful feed there as well. So we talked about just a lot, just get it, and without even looking really, just like in the blink of an eye, just releases the ball, and that one goes in. Here, nice interception here. So yeah. That was Tammy at goal defense. So yeah, we showed her like defensively before, linking the play, bringing the ball through the court. But yeah, beautiful interception by her there. And like Watson, they were in control. It looked like it was all over, Martin.
Well, I wouldn't get. I only got to see later on in the game, obviously, but because I was on the other court. But I could hear a lot of noise. But it does look that way. But those Stars come back.
They do. So. So what? Hang on. So what are my notes here? So it was the score was 9-4 Watson with 4 minutes left, and they had a shot under the post to go. So they could have potentially gone up 6 points with 4 minutes to go, and then it was even 10-6 to Watson with 2 minutes and 45 left.
That's what I'm talking
about. So yeah, Lila Schlenzig, the goal attack for Stars, she just kind of put the whole team on her back and kind of willed them to get back into the game. So yeah, this is fantastic. So you see her now just pop out to the side of the court, but it's just the speed of the catch and release. So yeah, contact call here takes. So I'll just play it through and then I'll explain the different components. Okay, so right, so the
Massive
first part
run here, a massive run. Yeah, go on from the centre.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a massive run. Look, there's less than 4 minutes to go, and they're losing by 5 points. So she just pops through here and gets this, but it's the speed of the catch and release, because like to catch a ball and release it so quickly, in her mind, she's probably already seen, before she's caught this ball, seen the centre for Stars kind of heading towards the pocket. So this is nice for her to just come up the court, and then a space that would typically be hers to operate in, and by her just driving out here, she's opened up the space for the centre to come in. And so she's seen this already. She can see that this centre's on the way. So when she's gone to catch the ball now, catch, pivot in the air, land, no hesitation, right? Literally, as soon as she's landed, ball's gone.
Smooth as silk, mate. Smooth as silk.
Perfect pass. But it's not over. But she doesn't stop, right? She's not just like standing and admiring the pass. As soon as she's part, she's off again. Ball gets swung across. So we get an obstruction call here, and then she does well here, because normally you would just like give it to the, I think it's the wing attack there. But no, she actually kind of does a give and go on the penalty pass. So give, get to the front space, go. Right, can I shoot? No. Give it to my shooter. Right, shooter. Can I shoot? Goal attacks in a better position.
Okay, a little bit closer.
Yeah. So it's good to see, like we've seen this, we've seen Watson, like we've seen Millie Smith, give the offload, shooter passing. We've seen it with AP Saints under 10s. We're seeing it now with Stars. So it's good to see the maturity of these girls, even though they're all excellent shooters in their own right. You know, if they do see their fellow shooter in a better position, they are more than happy to give the ball offload. So yeah, that was excellent.
Work as a team. That's what we like to hear.
Right. Next one. So and yeah, this is excellent work here. So the start of this, if we look at the work put in by the wing attack, so gets past the wing defense, and because the wing attack gets past the wing defense, it just draws the center to the right hand side of the court a little bit. So again, that just opens up the left hand side of the court for the center. So sometimes, like, you may feel like I'm not getting the ball, but I actually, even though she hasn't got the ball, it's this work up front by the wing attack, like drawing two players that set up the rest of the play. So as we see them on the previous play, we see Lila just pop on the side of the court, get it, catch, quick release.
Yeah, I can see that happening a mile away then.
Yeah, it's literally
once you start explaining it, it starts to put the puzzle. You're like, hang on, she's gonna make a right run to the pocket. Yeah.
So if you show the two, they're literally, one is like an instant replay of the other one, right? Like this one, catch it, boom, where's my center? Release, boom, that's one, and then it's like Groundhog Day. Yeah, so this one, boom, yeah, I know where my center's going, catch it, release, and then straight back in the circle, gets it back under the post, and finishes off her own hard work. So, but obviously these patterns of play, this is the stuff they're working on in training, right? It's not like they're just turning up on the day. So, yeah, that connection that the wing attack and the centre have here, that's something that's practiced in training. And then obviously when they're in, the finals in a tight game or whatever, they can bring all that stuff to the table. So, yeah, that was excellent to see. Right, so then it's still their centre pass after they scored. So, oh, no, sorry. So, yeah, this was the big comeback. So they were down 4, then they just scored, they were down 3. Big interception here by the wing defence.
She stretches big to get that.
And then you see Lila goal attack again popping up there. So yeah, then they cut it down to 2 with 2 minutes left. This one,
I'm sure
this is probably the best highlight. So yeah, so she's rolling now, Martin, right? So Watson like, listen, we got to stop this goal attack. Like we were winning by 4, like with 4 minutes to go. The game was under control, but now the goal attack's caught fire, so we've got to keep her out of the circle. Okay, so there comes. So she takes the first phase on this one, right? Immediately, again, pivoting with the ball. So as soon as she catches it, her eyes are looking down the court. She gives it, and then, we've highlighted how well Tammy, the goal defense, was playing before. So she's like, right, I'm not letting you in the circle. I'm going to body you up here. So you see her coming up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see the goal defense trying to block her coming down the court?
Yeah. See that?
Yeah. Drop step. No, sorry, you ain't stopping me. Straight past her. Takes the feed. and again scores. But yeah, that was. I'll just
Well,
show that
rewind
one.
that a bit.
It's nasty. It's like she nearly broke her ankles.
What?
Look at this.
So I'm looking at the goalpost. Yeah, I'm looking at the two who are.
Yep.
I mean, look what they're doing. They're battling it out for position.
Oh, under the post, you mean?
Yeah, under the post. So that's what I was looking at there, because a lot of action actually goes and happens there where they're trying to get.
Yeah.
Do you see this?
Yeah. So the shooter. Yeah. So the shooter's holding the body nicely here, and then when this ball comes, she just peels out. But yeah, the whistle goes, right? Actually, the shooter was planning to do.
Does it?
What's that?
I was going to say the whistle doesn't go there, because if you see the Stars play, she then breaks away to open up the space. See that there? See that? She just breaks away there.
Yeah. But the first one, this is the most impressive bit here is this bit here.
You're saying about the ankle, weren't you?
Yeah, because we call it breaking time, because literally like the goal defense is moving to the right, and it just one step. She just goes one step. Yeah, you're with me. No, you're not with me. And if you see here, look at the heads. Look where the goal defense is looking, and look where the goal attack's looking. But yeah, so it's not. I play defense. It's not nice when you have these clips, but sometimes you have to just give credit to the attacking players. But yeah, she's absolutely left her for dust there.
Yes.
And then what they do well here is, so I think the goal shooter can just see the goal attack coming to the left-hand side, so she just pops here, puts the goalkeeper in an impossible position where she can't defend both of them, and beautiful landing there.
It's a great play by Stars there, definitely.
So yeah, and that's how Stars got back into the game. So Watson, multiple chances to win. It was tight. It was tied at the end of regulation. 10 seconds to go. Clock counting down. 5.
Should have thought about it. Yeah, that's what Rich was saying.
Missed that one. Went to overtime.
We've talked about this, me and Richard, before. Is that as soon as you hear Richard, if you're in that shooting position, take your time. Well, obviously, you know you've got sort of 2, especially if you hear him say 5. He's obviously got your 3-second rule, but take your time. You know that ball's not going to get back up that court in 2 seconds. I don't know who you're playing, I suppose. But take your time, take a breath, and then take your shot. But she rushes it, doesn't she, really?
Yeah, so the next one is a little bit worse, but it's the pressure, right? So then they had this one. So again, tied, Watson centre pass, under 10 seconds. And then we showed some of Millie's like feeds before, but this one is ridiculous. So, and this is great from her, just knowing that literally there's seconds left. So obviously, normally in this situation as a goal attack, you'd put the ball down for a wing defense or a goal defense to get it, and you would, as a goal attack, get into the circle. But she knows there's no time left, so she's like, right, I've got to take responsibility. So just gets it, and that's about as good as feed as you can get. But again, missed that one. And then this one, the penalty's been, time's run out, but the penalty's been called. So she's got as much time as she wants to take it. She doesn't need to rush, but she feels, because she hears Richard saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, she feels like she needs to get it off early. But because it's a penalty, like she's got the full 3 seconds from when she gets the ball, before she gets to take it. So rushed a little bit. And then we headed to golden goal. And then when we did get to golden
extra time.
So big interception there from Watson. And then, finally.
Golden goal was something totally different, mate, by the way. Golden goal. I mean, but this is extra time. It's just.
Yeah. And celebrations. And I know Richard always loves the celebrations. So congratulations to Watson.
Oh yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, that wasn't extra time. That was golden goal.
That was the golden goal. Yeah.
Yeah, which is so it was 10 extra time, and then if you rewind it back to obviously centre.
Yep.
Stars has won the toss.
Yep.
And that's the thing. So you pretty much know if you've won the toss, you've won the game.
No, it's like 70%, I would say. 70% centre pass. Yeah, something like that. So,
yeah. Well, you're pretty
low,
much
low 70s.
So it's for you to lose, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So explain what happens. How do they lose the ball? Because at this precise moment in time, somebody stood in front of my eye line, and I'm not happy about it. You know what I mean? Okay. I was like, get your head out of the way. She goes, it's not my head. I said, it's your hair.
So excellent work here, right, by the centre.
First of all, both teams, by the way, amazing gameplay.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was not. It was
do not think that we're criticising anyway. We're not. We're just like, wow, what happened? Because somebody got in my eye line. I'm not happy. I know we've got Haydon here, so break it down for me, Haydon. What happened those last couple of seconds?
Okay, so we've got a wing attack. So and then. Right, wing defense does well. Okay, so the wing defense, her job will be to stop her getting through to what would be Stars' right hand side of the court. So the wing defense has done well. She's shut off that side of the court. So if she starts moving to the other side of the court now it's the centre's responsibility. So and if you notice now,
that's good.
Yeah, centre hasn't got. Now I'm not a big fan of centres not having eyes on the ball on the centre pass. However, she does spin. Because she gets a sense the wing defense has done good, forcing her to that side.
Excuse me. Yeah.
And then where it's gone a little bit wrong for Stars here is because, like, remember we showed the earlier one where the wing attack drew two of them one way and it opened up the other side of the court. Yeah. Here, she's brought two of them moving this way. So what I would like to see is I would like to see the goal attack potentially come the other way.
Yeah, I was going to say, but she doesn't, does she?
But you see that you see the goal attack. Actually, they're both moving in the same direction.
I think she's realised it then, and now she's coming back. She's cutting back in to give herself.
So and so the centre's right on the wing attack there. So maybe the Stars centre could just be a little bit more patient here and maybe look to go backwards.
Yeah.
She's got a goal defence and a wing defence.
Again, in the moment, things are different. Yeah. But again,
it's tough, right? They play.
It's easy for us to break this apart because we're not involved in that moment, but a lot happens in the moment. But it's just one of those things where it's kind of like, wow, what did happen? Yeah, go on. Sorry, mate.
So potentially the centre could just pivot here and look for. She's got two players behind her that would be a better option. There's no great option here, given that like the goal attack is stuck behind these three players and like the centre is right on her wing attack. So the reason she doesn't have a great option is because the Watson Park defending is so good. But again, end of a long day, you've played regulation, you've played extra time, you're in golden goal. Yeah. And sometimes it's not just like your physical strength, but the decision making, right? So here, if she'd have just paused and turned back, she's actually got two defenders here wide open. Like those defenders also could have shown.
Why are they running up or whatever, to try and help him play and stuff?
Oh, so you're talking about the Watson attackers here?
No, I'm talking about the Stars defense.
They're in a good position here. So.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. So like the Watson attackers, the wing attack and the goal attack, they will do either one of two things. They will either try and stay on those defenders. Yeah. Or the other thing they can do is actually like run quickly up the court and try and affect things like up here.
That's what I meant, because this is golden goal. So them being in that position, I would have thought it'd be better. Again, I'm not saying they did anything wrong. I'm just saying, when you look at things and you look back, it's easy enough to do. So would it have not been more prevalent for a team when it comes to, golden goal to push all the way up and force all Watson in this scenario? Cause some issues where the ball's going to get played.
But remember, we showed you the clip before with Hearts Hornets, where I was saying like the wing attack would have potentially got the ball because of the wing defense on our own team came too far up the court. It kind of like clouded the space.
Yeah, so good point. Yeah.
So the advantage you have of your like goal defense and wing defense like hanging back a little bit is like the goal attack, because you see the goal attack could potentially come into this space. They know they've got that space to work with. Yeah. So just. Yeah, but that's a really, really good interception by Watson in a tough situation.
Yeah, go back a bit. Let me see that. Because I believe at the moment I'm got your hand in the way.
And I think the first one, she only gets one hand on it, right? She tips it first and then gathers it, yeah? So yeah, so
yeah,
it's one hand.
that's good.
Yeah, so it's just one hand.
That's like elastic arms, man. Whoop, 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 go.
So when it's up in the air, it's still kind of anyone's ball, but she has the presence then to corral it with two hands. And then obviously Millie's there to get the crumbs, and they're off. But Star still recover well on defence. Look, you see a big effort there.
Very big effort.
Again, like forcing them backwards, forcing them sideways. But again, and you know, we talked about shooter-to-shooter passing. That's probably been the theme of the night across all of the team. And then what ends off, you know, the last play of the day is a goal attack, passing the ball to a goal shooter who hits the shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it all ended, Richard. Martin.
I was going to say, how dare you? How dare you? I'm far more handsome, sir. So, hey, I had that undertone. Right. Here's a question for you. And I said this to Izzy, right? Again, let us know in the comments, people. Do you think when it comes to golden goal, instead of a flip of a coin, they should throw the ball in the air?
What, like an NBL style toss-up? The umpires aren't going to like that.
Huh?
The umpires won't like it because they'll get blamed for the toss-up. So that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but, you know, come on, you're an umpire, deal with it. Coaches, players, parents, fans, let us know in the comments. I'll see if Richard actually posts something as well. It's that thing. Do you think when it comes to golden goal, what did you call it? NBA? Go on.
Yeah, tip-off. In NBA, they call it a tip-off, yeah.
A tip-off. Should it be a tip-off or should it be?
A tip,
because for me, flipping a coin, it takes fun of it. It's a little bit like, and like I said, like you said, 70% chance that you're going to win.
So who's going to be involved in this tip?
Well, you're the analyst and the expert. You tell me.
Well, but then you're going to get all kinds of shenanigans, right? Because they're going to start moving the goal shooters to center, the tallest player on the team, or the goalkeepers to kind of secure the tip. So there's going to be all kind of shenanigans going on.
And okay, then maybe if that's the case, it's everybody's got to stay in their same position.
Okay, everyone's got to stay in their same positions.
You know, anyway, I mean, they can't. Yeah, you know, again.
Anyway, it's been a long one, so
as always, mate. And you're just thinking, oh no, Richard's here. Would it be bad time? Yeah, okay. Right, everybody. Thank you for watching. And Haydon, once again, your analysis is amazing, mate. Absolutely love it. You're a credit to analysis and using my content in a very good way. Okay, people. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe. Don't forget we're on all the major social media channels. Don't have to repeat them. Do click subscribe. Do follow us, and we'll hopefully see you again next week or at the weekend. Cheerio.